We got ourselves a Big G as a Boomy, Chula as the only Feral of that Druid group, with Luvias? Is that what you say? Is that how you say the name? With Chicago opening up as an Enhancement Shaman as a Necrolord Luvias, taking a bit of damage and open, are going to be convoked the spirits with an immediate intro by Chicago. Bear form activated immediately with Friends and Reach. And if only Chicago had some kind of a Mortal Strike effect, that's going to be Cyclone trying to come out. Going to be the grounding. Luvias better take down the grounding. It looks like might be able to go for Cyclone now. Another intro by Chicago. That 12-second interrupt coming in to be clutch play between the interrupt, Sunder, grounding into another interrupt, dude. That's actually the play as Enhancement. Actually the play. Luvias in the bear form, got himself plenty of mobility, should be able to get the hell out of dodge. While Chicago's rooted on that team, also got one last karma, as well as relativity. I can't talk. I can't speak. Apparently, I don't know my words. Stun real quick on Luvias with Thorns and then Shackles and Malediction. Chicago just gonna take a bit of damage. It's gonna be Sunder to break the shackles, and that's a trinket for Luvias. Is it Luvias? Luvias looks like it might be going down here though. Intro by Chicago, got him some friends in regen. It is giving him a little bit of survivability. Intro Cyclone on Chicago, no trinket available. It looks like Luvias should be able to catch up on health with another Cyclone onto the Earth Elemental. I don't even know if that does anything. Intro decoration for the Convoke the Spirits, trying to make some damage happen in Chicago. Did that Convoke still hit this? Did that Convoke still hit the Earth Elemental while he's cloned? Was that me, or did that actually just happen? And Chicago is able to completely just dodge the Convoke altogether. Luvias maybe should have waited until the Earth Elemental was completely gone, but as long as Chicago has an extra pet or an extra anything nearby Luvias, as he goes in for a full Convoke, it's going to be tough for him to deal with. Cyclone on Chicago is able to land it, getting those almost instant cast, very quick Cyclones with a Alchemy Frenzy. Every time a Druid takes damage, they have a chance, mostly I think from auto attacks or melees, but they have a chance to gain a Brock of Alchemy Frenzy. And that proc normally lets your Starfire be insta-cast, but there's a PvP talent where you can have the stack up to 2 times, and every one of the stacks reduces the cast speed of your, or increases the cast speed of your Cyclone or Integral Roots to be almost instant. So insta-clones, not given to Ferals, but more or less sort of kind of given to Boomies if they're getting constantly trained and getting those procs, which is pretty massive. Thorns as a Druid, trying to see if he can deal with Chicago. Going to be purges for Chicago, and is going to be able to avoid that Cyclone. Could be another clone for Luvias. He does have a pretty easy way to reset the encounter with Chicago. No interrupt for a second. Has a Convoke ready. Chicago's doing AAK on health though. Luvias was able to catch up on a lot of healing though, and could potentially be another Cyclone on Luvias. Chicago most likely has a Sundering. Going to be no grounding, no Sunder. Getting hit in the trap or in a Raptor form with that Cyclone. I think he burned the global just to go into Raptor form there, which is a bit unfortunate. Dude, that's an easy reset for the Boomy. Just instant cast Cyclone, casual reset, and you're good to go. Actually kind of busted when you think about it. Normally I know that Druids have like really good healing with Bear Druid, Frenzy Regen, Regrowth behind the pillar, but those Cyclones really are a game changer. Try to see if we can knock back Chicago. The Roar doesn't quite hit the Shackles. Looks like Luvias is going to have to try just to heal through the Shackles, and looks like he's actually having a hard time. Big Sunder Luvias does go down, clapped out by Chicago. Oh dude, that Cyclone instacast really does give Boomies that longevity. Just can completely reset the duel altogether. That's actually kind of crazy. Actually kind of crazy. Last one last karma going to be up next. A Necrolord Monk, the new meta monk, dude. The BDB monk, dude. The damage they do is actually kind of disgusting. I wonder if this guy's going to cheese it too, because he could wait until Chicago gets the Earth Elemental, he gets the Ghost Duels, and then he has extra targets to tag with a jab or a Tiger Palm. Dude, he can actually have such a big spin and crank kick, especially if he gets the proc for it too. Maybe he's just going to wait out for Chicago to pop cooldowns and then really try to see if he can just go for the spin to win strategy. Because so far, he's not really committing damage. He's just going for Fist of Fury, actually parrying that Sunder. I don't even know how that happens. Hitting those lightning bolts from Chicago, but not wanting to really burn cooldowns. Not pressing a... I think it's exactly what he's doing. I think he's trying to cheese it with the BDB, dude. Bone does brew, dude. The big bone dust. And Chicago just doesn't want to get dusted. Stun. Bone does brew is up. Looks like he decided to use it early. Gonna be the full Zoan is up. Stun onto one last karma. Has a trigger for it, but the images are CC'd. Whirling Dragon Punch kind of whiffing it, though. And one last karma, at least going for a bit of a heal catch up. So now Chicago could easily just pop Holy Spirits, easily could go for Earth Elemental. He was able to completely dodge the burst of one last karma. He still has a Zuen on him, but he's not committing any damage towards Chicago at all. He's actually just going for a complete reset. Interesting. I do wonder what legendary he's running then, because he's not running the Tiger Palm Insta charge. At least I don't think I've seen him use it so far. Just someone to Chicago, as if the enhancement shaman even needs weapons. Look at that zap! Oh my goodness, the pet's actually doing so much more karma. Like Chicago's just gonna bust it on karma. Gonna be the defuse magic. Still going for this lightning bolts defuse, keeping one last karma alive. Are they playing Ring of Peace? I was gonna say, are they playing good karma? Because I haven't seen Ring at all. But looks like the Ring is in play. One last karma. Not doing good at all though. I don't even... What is going on? Chicago just charging at him in cap. And one last karma is still alive somehow, dude. 8 minutes, 20% dampener. Next, dude, those lightning bolts actually seems to hurt. Leg sweep, defensive leg sweep. Still gonna get some images. Maybe Fist of Fury, locking Chicago down with parries for a bit. Bone Dust Brew getting thrown in. Wall for Chicago, just sprinting away from him. Just gonna outrun the most mobile class in the game. How are you about to do him like that, dude? How are you gonna do him dirty like that? A Fleshcraft is up for Chicago, is going to even the odds here a little bit. Needs to go for the full dot setup versus one last karma. Get the dots or flame shot, get the elemental spirits up and running, the wolves. I'm actually wondering why Chicago is not playing the elemental blast. Big damage on the last karma. Does he have the zap available? Primordial bolt connecting? Does he have the big lightning bolt? He might. He honestly might. Or maybe he's playing the dot build. That's what we're probably playing. Not Elemental Blast. He's probably playing the Flame Shock dot build, isn't he? That's likely what's going on. Big lightning bolts. The wolves are in. Those things are actually going to be doing some chompy damage. 26% dampener. Stun around the corner. I think Chicago might have a last call. We got nothing. And Chicago does take him out with Chula charging him as a Necrolord kitty cat getting full dots onto Chicago, but the Maelstrom is already coursing through Chicago's fingertips, ready to heal himself. Earth Elemental joining the fight, so that's going to give him at least extra health to work with. The wall is up. Chicago does need a second wall though. He does have the rallying cry from the Earth Ellie, but he needs a real wall at some point. Try to see if he can hit Shula with Sunder. Wall is up for the Feral as he's continuing the assault, continuing to get the bites in while the bleeds are just ticking away at Chicago's health bar. But looks like Chula is actually a little bit behind. How about you go bear form? There goes the flesh cap getting interrupted. Try to make that bear form roar work a little bit longer. Quick, Shadow Mill trying to go for a stun. Chicago zapping him out though with, actually it's going to be Relativity. Up next, go for the big convoke versus Chicago. That's going to be Starfall and everything. So Incarnation rolling up. Chicago just trying to avoid him as best as he can. Sega just trust the Earth Elemental so far in this duel. That's a lot of Starburst just sitting over there. If only Relativity can go pick him up. Sunder, trick us out of that Sunder. There is a Starburst right next to him. He still has Incarnation. If he picks it up, I think it's going to do big damage though. Shackles on Chicago as they're just trying to see if he can heal through this. And that was also grounding totem drop by Chicago. Not like it would do much against. I don't think it does anything for Shackles, does it? I don't think so. I want to say no. I'm not sure, but I want to say no. Chicago just sending out the wolves. You're just sending them while getting themselves a flash get behind the pillar. And Relativity could walk Chicago through these starbursts. And that's wolves getting knocked up, but Relativity not walking to actually walking over the starbursts themselves. I would imagine that a Druid wouldn't want to kite the person through him just because the damage they do is actually decent. Or I imagine that's why they play it. Unless they're literally playing it just for Incarnation with Starburst. Or potentially an off chance Chicago walks into something. Relativity without any kind of healing for the time being. Barkskin up very soon. Chicago are able to finally get some real damage in. Is Relativity playing the Barkskin Bear Druid Lego? Because you press Bark and you got a Frenzy Regen. I want to see if he goes back into Bear form as the Barkskin's about to fall off. Barkskin? He is playing the Bear Legendary, dude. He's playing the Guardian Druid Legendary where Barkskin, when used inside a bear form, and when it ends inside a bear form, gives you Frenzy Regen. So this man got 2 Frenzy Regen every single bark skin. Plus, combine that with a normal Frenzy Regen that you get, maybe 2 of them. I think it's 2 charges, if not 1. And also an emergency Frenzy Regen. So you look at least 4 Frenzy Regens every minute or so. It's actually just disgusting amount of damage. I mean, amount of healing. But I wonder if that'll be enough to beat Chicago, though, because Chicago so far has been able to deal with a Feral Druid, Necrolord. He's been able to deal with another Boomy, a Monk so far. He's been actually just champion of Team 1, dude. The champion of Light, the actual champion of Azeroth, dude. with a big convoke coming in for relativity. It's gonna be an interrupt by Chicago. It's looking just to get the hell away from the Shaman. Barkskin is up. While not in bear form, so he's not getting the big damage in. He's going to get himself a normal frenzy regen use, though, with Thorns to slow Chicago down, trying to purge those Thorns. Does Relativity go back into bear form at the end of the Barkskin? He doesn't, with an interrupt by Chicago. Relativity might be in a big of a trouble. No, emergency healing does get a road. Chicago cycle coming out. Does he grounding? He does grounding, and Chicago does cap him out. Oh my goodness. Oh, these boomies. Oh, these druids. Chicago's just fighting through him. Bake is going to be the last one, dude. Jake and Bake over here looking for that corner from Storm. Is he going to go for that convoke behind the pillar? Entangle Roots in the open on Chicago. Doesn't quite land it. Oh, no. Oh, no. He didn't finish the cast. He moved a little early, trying to see if he can get the hell out of there. With a quick roar in Chicago. Does he go for a Cyclone, maybe? Clone? No, he just kind of says hello. Bash. Shackle Malediction. And that's going to be Sunder breaking the shackles. Chicago did burn a trigger for that one, though. Burn a trigger for that Hodge. Bake does have a frenzy regen. Does he also have the same in legendary for survivability? Does he, though? Maybe? Oh my god. Gonna be a primordial bolt setup. Big zaps coming in. Bake at 52% dampening is gonna have quite a bit of his healing reduced at this point. Quick roar on Chicago with a Cyclone. Bake going for a regrowth spam. Trying to maintain himself as best as possible, but can he do it? Chicago is on his toes right now, dude. The Raptor charges in. Slow totem on one side. Bake is able to get out of combat, but he is slowed. And Chicago picks up the eye. He might be able to find him. Bake did not pop Incarnation just yet. He's still waiting for the big go. So I think he's just going for the big setup. Chicago no look at the trinket. Wait, this maybe could be in Bake's favor. Bake has a bash coming up very soon. Has a big convoke ready to go. The only thing Chicago needs to do is maybe try to pre-line up a set of ads to join the fight. Ghost Wolves, Earth Elemental, just anything for that convoke to hit else, right? Yes, as long as convoke has a secondary target, Chicago could be alive and healthy. Extra help from Earth Elemental does make the flesh cut a little bit beefier. Quick roar. Bake looking for that Entangled Roots on the pet. Bash on Chicago. Go for the big convoke. Does he make the damage happen here? Trying to make the play happen. Chicago only sits about half health. Rats is just firing off into the Earth Elemental. Did he start surging to Earth Ellie? Did he just start surging to the Earth Ellie? He might have started surged the Earth Ellie at the end there. That would have been unfortunate. Chicago, not even with wall, just living through the damage, living through the Illusion Sphere, just got himself the heals, 60% dampening. Bake, Barkskin was just used. Still has Incarnation, but no real ways to deal meaningful damage at the moment. Quick knockback on Chicago. At least got the Moonfire, Sunfire damage rolling. And he's looking to at least recover maybe some regrowths. Shackle's Malediction, and Chicago not gonna let him get a heal. It's over. And it's over there. And it's over at that point, dude. Oh my god, Chicago! This Shaman just looks at the competition of druids that got so much healing going on. He's like, you know what? I can take him. I can take him. This guy's got them 2100 in chance on some of them. And he's like, you know what? I can take him.